The Acolyte is finally over, and here's my review. And if you haven't watched the series, this will be a spoiler review. And if you haven't watched the series already, I suggest you don't. But if you want to, go ahead. But this video will contain spoilers for The Acolyte. So let's review this show. This show is bad. I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna say this show is bad because it is bad. This is probably the worst Star Wars show. There's really no excuse for this being bad. I'll get into that later. But this show feels like, especially the finale. This finale was awful. There was like a good lightsaber fight, but Darth Plagueis, I think, made a cameo, and Yoda made a cameo, and I was like, the rest of the episode was so bad that I just didn't care about the cameos. I was more mad that they put the cameo, because they obviously put that cameo in because for people to be just thinking about that, not how bad the show is in the episode. Like, I bet they thought this episode would break the internet or something. And this show is not breaking anything except records for the lowest viewed show. But this show is just I don't feel like it needed to happen at all. Nothing happened in the show that made sense for the new Star Wars stuff and everything. The show didn't matter at all. It felt like they just had content. They needed to put content on Disney Plus, and they were like, alright, we'll just make a show of, and they didn't really care what they made a show of. When I first heard of this show, I wasn't excited because I didn't care. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, Jedi, I didn't know they were going to be in it, and a Sith. So I was kind of excited, but the way they treat the Jedi in the show is just the Jedi suck in the show. I know Saw has a good fight scene. Saw's good. I like Saw. All the other ones, I feel like the Jedi, what did the Sith get trained more than the Jedi? Shouldn't they be kind of equal? And there was one good fight in episode 5. There's kind of good fights in episode 5, but the Jackie versus, I forgot his name, the villain in it, I have no idea what his name is, but the horror versus him, that was a good fight. The choreography was really good, and it was a good fight. But to me, it doesn't make sense how she, a Padawan, can hold her own against him. For a long time she did. But all the other Jedi Knights or Masters even, just died. I don't get how a Padawan is better at fighting than Jedi Knight, but whatever, we'll let that go. This show just feels like it didn't care about anything else in Star Wars, and I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I watch it, but I'm not excited for it. I'm kind of done with Star Wars right now because this show, all the Disney Plus live action shows have just been destroying Star Wars. I know Andor was good, but or the prequels too. No, sorry, the prequels were bad, but not that bad. The sequels, this and the sequels are just destroying Star Wars. So, yeah, the way they killed off Saw too was the worst thing about the show. I can let everything go. And that is a bad show because I didn't expect it to be a good show. But the worst part is what they did to the Jedi. Jedi are supposed to be very powerful. In this show, they just get killed, and I do not get how May disarmed Saw. That was stupid. There's a bunch of times in this episode when I was just like, why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he use the Force, like, to grab the lightsaber back? It just doesn't make sense. I feel like they forget that Jedis can use the Force sometimes, because I didn't get what happened in that final episode. And that little rat thing, Basil, made me so mad. It didn't make sense why he ripped open the wires or something on the ship. Like, if I had a lightsaber, I would, like, kill that thing, but I don't get why that thing did that, or Basil. I don't even know what kind of species that it's supposed to be. But that just made me mad because it didn't make sense. It feels like they needed that to happen, so they did it. It wasn't like, I don't know. I honestly don't know why, and I honestly don't know why they made the show. This show gets a 2 out of 10. I know I might be too harsh, but the two only good things, Saw and some cool fight scenes. Even the villain, I forgot his name. Like, that didn't make sense. Why was Osha, like, with them? Like, if he killed her, like, best friend, then the only explanation he gives is he turned you in. Like, who cares? Andy, when he killed Jackie, he was like, what do you think was gonna happen? It was just weird. I do not like this show at all. If you haven't watched the show, you're lucky, because this is definitely the worst Star Wars show. And even the fight sequences or the fight scenes are good, but they should be great, because this show has $180 million budget, and this show should have been great. High good writers, good directors. No movie or show can be bad if you have $180 million or more, because then just hire great writers, great directors, and good choreography. This shouldn't be bad, but it is, and it gets a 2 out of 10. Don't watch the show if you haven't. Stick with Clone Wars, and yeah, I don't know what to say. Just bad show, bad rating, bad characters. Even Saw, I liked him, but he wasn't a great character. I just liked him because he was kind of cool. But he wasn't a great character either. His writing was weird too, so don't like the show. Skip out on it. And yeah, see you guys next time. Hit that subscribe button. Bye.